Today's Talk 365 TV's Talking Wellness is brought to you by Factory 6.
Hey everybody, welcome to Talk 365 TV's extended TV interview and video podcast. Now, if you're here, that means you probably saw our TV interview, liked what you heard, and now you want more information. Well, you've come to the right place because this is where we go long and we dive deep into all of that good stuff that we only were able to gently touch during the TV interview. So, as you know, today we are talking wellness with Trent from our new wellness team member, Factory 6. Hi, Trent.
Hello.
Thank you so much for having me, and I have to tell you, we are so excited to have you guys be a part of our wellness team.
Likewise.
Because Factory 6 is a white label, custom product manufacturer that is exclusive to hemp-derived products. Now, hemp is such a booming industry. It represents over 25,000 products and 9 industries. So it makes it really easy to see why business insiders are all saying you want in on it, why they're all saying you want to invest in a product line, because pretty much we will look back on this time the way we looked back on Apple and Microsoft and Yahoo.
Yes.
So if you don't get in now, you're going to kick yourself later. And I think the only hang-up is there is so much confusion about the plant itself. Is it legal? Is it not? And its story is the reason why there's so much confusion, and that's why you're here, because you are our expert in this.
That's right.
Give us a little history. Tell us why this poor plant has such a bad rap.
So the misunderstood plant, unfortunately, was kind of looped in with its close cousin marijuana back in the 1930s when marijuana got illegalized. That was due to business interests and hemp being a competing raw material essentially for their business interests, mainly the lumber industry. So at the time there was a machine that was invented called the hemp decorticulator that was essentially the cotton gin for hemp. It really allowed for commercial processing of the plant itself. And at that point there had been a lot of research done as far as it being the best product to make paper out of, ropes, clothing out of it. Farmers were using it as a rotational crop to recondition their soils after different plants because it releases nutrients back into the soil, which is pretty amazing. And then during World War II, in fact, shortly after it was illegalized, there was a mandate in specific states around the country that anyone with over a certain acreage was required to grow hemp for the war effort because they were making uniforms and parachutes and rope and oil to lubricate plane engines and all kinds of things. I mean, pretty much everything we were using had some hemp-derived products. So it's really, really fascinating the different things that we can do with it. Not only that, it's a carbon negative material. For example, Hempcrete, which is lighter than concrete, actually pulls more carbon out of the atmosphere than it takes to produce it. And that continues over the lifetime of the product. So it's a pretty amazing plant as far as what we can do with it.
Right. And before this illegalization of it in the 1930s, due to a business decision that obviously was not thinking long-term effects on our planet or anything more than how they wanted to make money.
Right.
Their investments were lumber and plastics, and so it sort of makes you sick when you think about if our world was lined with hempcrete rather than concrete, what our carbon footprint would look like and what our situation would be with the environment. And I go back to, again, how have we not righted this poor plant story when it is such a great one? You mentioned during World War II, this isn't even a story that we are figuring out. We knew how to use hemp.
Yeah,
this country was built on hemp.
It really was.